Hi, you guys. Happy Tuesday. I just wanted to jump in here because I was going to wait till I got inside, but last couple days, if you follow me, it's been a rough couple days, but I've also not been able to get the devotional out all the time. And I know the minute I walk through that door at my home after my shift at work, that the pugs are going to need my attention. And then there's just a million things that I have to do. So I want to get the devotional to you. And the Holy Spirit made it virtually impossible for me because right before I popped on here and I was going to, again, prioritize the things I thought were a priority, which I gave a word about that last night, about how we have to make sure that we're asking the Lord what are his priorities, because I was about to go inside because I had a list of things I felt was a priority. But then he gave me a license plate that I knew he wanted me to bookmark, so to speak. And then he showed me it was in my devotional, this exact word. So I know that he's saying, deliver the devotional, let me flow through you, Ashley. I'll show up, and like the prophet Jeremiah in the Bible, it says, I will fill your mouth. So let me just get into the devotional. I hope it bless you. Take everything back to God, you guys. And this particular plate that just drove by me, I couldn't get a picture, and you guys know me, I normally always do, but I won't lie, I'm kind of weary and tired, and so I was like, I don't know if that's you, Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit's just like, you know better. You know better. I'm talking to you. So the plate said vortex, and I think I kind of, for lack of a better word, swatted it away spiritually because it felt like negative and it didn't feel like biblical or spiritual. But this just goes to show you guys that he can use anything to let you know he's speaking to you. So the plate said vortex. And then if you also follow me, you know that there are times I don't read the devotional, and then the next day I'll read it and it makes sense for that day, because he's trying to, basically the message I'm getting from him is that it's his timing. He does not live in time. So he can take a devotional from yesterday and make it make sense today, right? Because he uses all things together for good. And he's also trying to give an example of how sovereign he is and how omniscient, omnipresent. He's trying to show you all his attributes by showing you he can't be figured out. So our carnal minds and our humanness would say, oh, well, that was yesterday's devotional, so it couldn't make sense today. Why? Because it says a date on a piece of paper. I mean, aren't our whole lives answers to prayers that God has out of order, that in time he full circle makes sense? It really is. I can tell you, when all of the books of my life come out, it will be just that. It will be a holy hindsight view, vantage point of heaven over your life that you couldn't see because he couldn't allow you yet, because it was being brought full circle, because it was out of order in the natural. It may have seemed like that, but it's in perfect order in the supernatural. Why? Because God is a God of order, but heavenly order, divine order. And that's different than what our human eyes see as order in the natural. So we think, oh, this couldn't be this way, or it couldn't happen that way, it's too late for this, or I should have done. Look, our human minds, the enemy will fill our minds with what ifs or only ifs, or this can't be, all those negative words, right? Kind of like how I thought vortex was a negative word, but wait till you see the way God put it into a devotional that was yesterday's. Okay, I kind of just said, well, I didn't read this yesterday, so I can't read it today. How many times, if you guys follow me, has he done that? He takes my devotionals from days that I skipped, that he knew I was not going to have time to do, right? He uses everything, and he's going to make it make sense today. So that being said, this is yesterday's devotional. And I did do a devotional yesterday, but I normally read from this one, which is called I Hear His Whisper. So I was driving home from work. A plate drove by me. It said vortex. Holy Spirit says, proceed, Ashley. Okay, so keep that in mind. Give me your all. I hear you. Sorry. He just made something else make sense. I drove into work last night, and on a marquee, it said all in. So that's tying into this as well. So I saw a plate just now that said vortex, and I, last night, could feel the Holy Spirit showing me a marquee that said all in. So this says, give me your all. Okay. And this was yesterday's devotional. Sorry, y'all. I've learned that he will lead me to say things that have, oh, I hear you. Wow. Sorry, you guys. I just heard him make. Look, my nose is crinkling up. He makes me blush. Okay. I heard him. I said this was yesterday's marquee. What is a marquee? Y'all, I'm sorry. I can barely get this out without blushing. A marquee is what tells you what show is playing, right? What's playing at the theater, what's playing somewhere, now playing, right? That's what a marquee looks like. I just thought I accidentally said this was yesterday's marquee. I meant to say yesterday's devotional. He's saying the show might look like it's over, but it's not. It's only beginning. I'm hearing front row seats. Your show is about to begin. The show is not over. So yesterday's marquee is still it's still playing. I hear you. He's saying your story is still playing out. Wow. See, this is why, y'all, we can't just write everything off as, oh, it was yesterday's devotional, he can't use it. Oh, I said a mistake, I fumbled my words. No, but see, he does. I hear you. He doesn't fumble. He doesn't fumble. He's not some second string football player. He is the quarterback of all time, I'm hearing him say. That might be for somebody. I don't know. Okay, he says you got to move forward, Ashley. The marquee is not yesterday's marquee. The words I thought I accidentally said. He's saying the show is still playing out, or the show is about to begin. That just because it was yesterday's marquee, yesterday's devotional, he's saying the show is not over. Okay, let me get into it. So that being said, vortex. I saw that plate just now, right? He always shows up, you guys. This is give me your all, and I also saw the marquee that said all in. Okay, so be all in for the show. It's not over yet. It's not over. He's saying the credits have not ran, I'm hearing. Okay, you are a vessel of my sacred glory, a temple of my Holy Spirit. You are created to know the depths of my love and designed to interact with me as my child, as my anointed one. But in order to experience the vastness of what you were created for, you must let go of hindrances. You must allow me to purify you. The bellowing winds that try to suck you into, are you ready for this? The bellowing winds, and I think we've all had a pretty rough couple weeks, or last week, I know I did, so hear this. Saw the plate, said vortex, here we go. The bellowing winds that try to suck you into a vortex of chaos are nothing but an illusion trying to consume your thoughts. Troubles come and situations arise that need your attention. But you must allow, okay, remember I just heard the Holy Spirit say, what is a priority? Last night's Psalm 91 prophetic pause was about, don't think you know what a priority is. He'll tell you what a priority is. Listen to this, guys. Wow. Troubles come and situations arise that need your attention, but you must not allow them to rule your thoughts. Invite me to cleanse you of everything that hinders you from being fully aware of my presence. Things like fear, anger, unholy thoughts, wrong motives. Let none of these linger within you. Get rid of them! Exclamation point. Give them to me once and for all. Again, all in is what I saw the marquee say. And he's saying, get rid of them once and for all, because the title of this devotional says, give me your all. So get rid of it once and for all, and then give him your all. Okay. Wow. I am right here. If you cannot sense my presence, it's because you haven't fully yielded your thoughts to me. We may be all in as far as the journey, but our thoughts have us in chaos, is what he's saying. So we're in a vortex of chaos. Who gives us chaos? The enemy. Okay? Simply offer me these things. Take those thoughts captive. Make them obedient to Christ. Simply offer me these things that allow your spirit and mind to bask in thoughts of me, like Paul the Apostle talks about. Think of things that are only pure, that are good, that are kingdom, right? I come before your presence with my sacrifice. I give you all that I have promised. So he's saying, I hear him saying, you give me your all, I'm going to give you my all. Trust me. And guys, he even gives us his all when we don't give him nothing. Let's be real. He gave us Christ when we were nothing but sinners, right? He gave us his all in Jesus. I come before you, your presence with my sacrifice. I give you all that I've promised, everything I have. Psalm 66:13, and that's, I believe, David speaking in Psalm 66. Get into Psalm 66. We are in a vortex of chaos. If you are, it means we haven't surrendered all of our thoughts to him. We are believing lies from the pit of hell. So we need to give that all surrendered to him so he can give us his all. We need to partner for the all that he has ahead. This marquee is not expired. The show is still playing out, he's saying. And again, don't get sucked into a vortex of chaos, because he has an abundance of blessings coming, guys. I hope this word blessed you.